It is time now for the Law and News segment sponsored by Gig and Giancola. We've got attorneys Michael Gig, Christopher Giancola here. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having us again.
Yes, of course you can submit legal questions here. We got quite a few to hand your way, so people can, of course, write in here. You answer all different types of questions, but it does help if they focus on the types of law that you practice, because you don't do everything. What is it that you guys focus on primarily?
I do, of course, personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security, disability, and Mike does our wills, trusts, estates, and real estate.
All right. I think, Mike, we got a question for you. This is more focused for you. It says, my mother's house is paid for, and nearly 5 years ago, she sold the house to me on October 30th of 2020. Now, the deed was recorded November 17th, 2020. The 5-year look-back period will soon be over. She's now been in and out of the hospital and may now need to go into a nursing home. My question is, if she has to go to a nursing home before the age of 50, some days left before the 50, some days left for the look-back period, would I still be able to keep the house?
Okay.
Sorry, that was a lot to unpack there.
Right. I got it.
I think you know what she's talking about.
Got it.
All right.
So, I believe when she said sold, my mother sold the house to me, I assume she meant gifted the house to me. If she bought the house from her mother, for like fair market value, then we wouldn't be thinking about the 5-year look-back period at all.
Okay.
The 5-year look-back period in general is, people think it's from when you go into a nursing home. It's not when you go into a nursing home. The 5-year period starts when you apply for Medicaid long-term benefits. That's when the 5 years is. So you go, you're saying, hey, I've spent my assets down to a point where I'm gonna now apply for Medicaid. Well, now they go and look back 5 years to see, well, did you get to this point legitimately or not? Or did you get there quicker because you gifted away some of your assets like this to your daughter, okay? So they do look at the transfer. The transfer would have been when that deed was signed, okay, I believe in October, she said. So you could look from that period 5 years forward. So if they didn't apply for benefits within that 5-year period, then you're fine. If you did, what they do is, if there is a gift during that period, okay, they will take that gift amount. Let's say that the house was worth $100,000 at the time you transferred it. How do they determine that value? They mainly look at the assessed value. So whatever the property is assessed at through the county, that's the value they look at. You can give them an appraisal if you have one at that time, but if not, they look at the assessed value. They'll take, in this example, they'll take the $100,000, and then they have a divisor, okay? There's a Medicaid penalty divisor, it's called. It comes out every year, it's statewide, and that determines the average cost per day in a nursing home for like skilled care. It's now around $400, okay, is what the divisor is. So you would take that $100,000, divide it by the $400 figure, and that's how many days, in this case, the mother would be ineligible for Medicaid benefits. Now, it's too much to get into in our conversation this morning, but there's certain things you can try to get certain exemptions, waivers, things like that. But just on the surface, they will penalize you for that number of days. You will not be able to get Medicaid benefits. So that's what I would see in the situation like this. I mean, I've seen the bad situations where somebody gifted an asset and it was only a year prior, and they need to put their family member into a nursing home. They need skilled care. There's not a lot you can do there. I mean, you can try to think of some ideas, but here, if she's saying it's only another less than 2 months or something from that 5-year period, there might be some things they can do to avoid getting a penalty like that.
Yeah, interesting you bring that up. Like you're saying, if you need to go to a nursing home, you need to go.
Yeah,
sometimes that's hard to stall.
That is the thing. I mean, sometimes we have clients that they do have support.
Yeah.
They have children that are willing to take care of them. Like for instance, if they were going to be penalized for that, but the penalty period might only be 30 or 45 days or 2 months or something, the kids could maybe if they're not required to go into a home like that, maybe they could take care of their mom or dad for the 30 or 60 days.
Yeah.
But some people, don't have any family, or they maybe just haven't, maybe they're very elderly and their son or daughter maybe has their own physical issues and they can't take care of them. Well, there it's a more difficult type of situation. But I would say for this person, they might want to look at options because they're so close to that 5 years being finished.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, if you've got questions, of course, submit them here to the show or reach out to Gig and Jan Cola. Easy to do.